What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Ramblin' Railroad. My name's Evil One, and this is RailRoads Online. Got something different going on today. I'm still kind of waiting on the update to drop, the one with the new spur coming, mostly because at the Ramblin' Railroad, I kind of hit a stopping point. I think we're ready to hit those other industries that are way down to the south. I don't really want to start building a new project with that update that's coming around the bend anytime. So I decided to do something different. I decided to check out the Minizwerg website, this is the mapper website, and I looked for a map to download to explore, kind of see what other people are doing, just to make up the time difference, keep the content rolling, that sort of thing. So I found one. This is a map by Mickely. It is number 207. He's got 41.98 kilometers of rail with 296 switches. And it's so far a pretty cool map. I really haven't done much exploring. I just spawned in. I moved around just a little bit, trying to find another locomotive. This little porter right here is great, but it's not very fast. And we were gonna do just a explore this map. So we need to get it warmed up. Yeah, I was just kind of looking around for another locomotive, something a little better than this one. That's all right though. We'll get it warmed up. Shouldn't take too horribly long. So you might be asking yourself, dude, you can't be playing on somebody else's map. and trust me, I'm not. Once I downloaded the save file, it's not like a server, right? I didn't log into a server. I'm not making any changes. I'm definitely not going to upload this back to the website. So we're just scoping it out, really. He has no idea that we're here, and he probably doesn't even care. So along those lines though, if you have a map that you would like for me to look at and review on this channel, drop me a comment below and I'll definitely check it out. Let's get going here. Just kind of looking around here. This is the freight depot, obviously. I don't want to pull any trains or anything. I'm not even sure which direction to go. Just kind of looking around. There's a big loop over here. I kind of want to go around this loop, but we got some switches to switch if we're going to take this little locomotive. If I find a better locomotive along this journey, we're definitely going to take it. Alright, I just used the Minimap tool and got all the switches set to the Sawmill, I believe. It's kind of a complicated route, at least compared to the Ramblin' Railroad. So we're going to take Hoagie here, that's the name of this little porter too, to the Sawmill. So let's go check it out. This way, by the way, it looked like just the loop, and it comes back over here. He does have a Y back here in the corner that goes south. I kind of want to avoid going south. I don't want to see what other people have done there until after I get that built at the Ramblin' Railroad. So for all these videos until we get there, we're going to avoid the south end as much as possible anyway. So, all right. Let's reverse the forward brake off. Let's go a little bit. So right here he's got a fueling station and got the water over there on the other side. Triple track coming in, which is kind of cool. A little rail yard here. But you're seeing this the exact same time. I mean, the first time I am as well. So I've not seen this map at all, other than what I saw with the online, the Minizwerg. We've got some of that walled foundation here. So this is kind of interesting. I noticed this on the Minimap tool and I was switching these switches around. This is kind of like a little change between the two parallel lines. So we're going to go straight here. We don't need to get over here on this other line, but that's pretty interesting. It's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like that design. I have no idea how to do it. But I'm sure if I would, you know, spend a few seconds looking at that, I could probably figure it out. So we're just going to keep on going. Looks like this is kind of where I'm going to be making the Y at the Ramblin' Railroad to a giant... Wow, hold on. I shouldn't be looking down there. We might need to go down there and explore that, though. That looks to me, from a distance here, like a giant rail yard. Yeah. We might have to go look at that. But all right, now, let's go continue going up to the sawmill. Here we're going to switch track, because this goes to the sawmill, and this is going to go up to the logging camp. I believe I said sawmill just a second ago, and we want to go to lumber camp. So that's the sawmill. Let's keep going. Looks like he's got Sky Drive here. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's a little rail yard down there. That's interesting. Yeah, it looks like he's got some really tall bridge work here. Well, not really tall, but, you know, bridge work to get up here to the logging camp, where it's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be critical. I mean, people have their own build styles and everything. So, I mean, if you don't want to play as realistic as possible, then that's you. You're having fun, right? So I'm not poo-pooing it or anything like that. It's just a thing. I'm not a fan, but, you know, some people don't care. You know, some people are a fan, you know. And now we're dropping down, it looks like. Looks like he's coming into the logging camp kind of the same way I do. Off the backside here. We're gonna get off the regulator just for a little bit. On, what was that, Hoagie? Hoagie, yeah. That's a fun name. Okay, I couldn't remember exactly where I was going with these switches. I saw this line. That line just dead ends over there. It's almost like a little single lane rail yard, or maybe just a turnaround or something. That's probably exactly what it is, just a little turnaround. And these, I think, just dead end. Good use of the actual cross pieces there. I'm a fan. Okay, so it looks like at maybe one time he had a loop, a reversing loop here, and it looks like he abandoned it, probably in favor of doing this. So it's kind of strange because I've just built something just like this, well, just a couple weeks ago. Maybe he's... Whoa. Maybe he's planning on implementing this, or, you know, is building on it right now. He's going to tie it in here instead of having that backing lane. I don't know. All right, let's back up and we'll get flipped around here. We'll go break off, reverse her back. We're actually going to use that little spur to turn around. I believe this is the correct way. We should back onto this spur, flip a couple of switches or one switch or something like that, and we'll go out on this line right here. We're gonna head to the sawmill real fast. All right. Flip this switch. Now our switch should be good. Reverser forward, brake off. 100%. I honestly wasn't really paying attention to the switches. I have no idea where we're going. I'm guessing we're going to the sawmill. I should probably start paying closer attention to that. No. Looks like I removed a bunch of trees down in here. I thought about redoing the Ramblin' Railroad coming off the side of the sawmill and kind of hugging this mountain over here and coming up over here. But I decided in the end it wasn't worth it. It's not that big of a deal having that Y where we have it. Just kind of coasting downhill here. Like we're gonna get off the bridge work. Okay, my FPS just really took a dump. It's down to 15 FPS. So, must be something going on here. Switch is going to the right. And that little rail yard we saw. That's kind of cool. All right, let's make sure we're not going to be running into anything or hitting a switch wrong. I'm not sure about this configuration. We'll find out here. Let's see if that one's right. Okay, so we should be going this way around this train that's parked. We got a lot of double track around here. It's kind of nice. This way must go back to the freight depot. It's like we're angling this way. Oh, there's the... Oh, hold on. I like to look at their names. Betsy. Okay, not very original. That's all right. Oh, it looks like we got another locomotive up there. What is that? I can't tell from a distance. Looks like a gear train. Probably the Heisler. Took our fire a little bit. Pretty interesting how this is all laid out. It's actually kind of similar to the way mine is, minus the extra track and, you know, this spur coming off this way. But it kind of looks similar to the Ramblin' Railroad. All right, break off. We'll go this way. Not gonna go too faster here. Again, I don't know where all the switches are at. Looks like we're gonna derail right here. Yep. Oh, I'm landing back on. No, all right. That's all right. Then we might keep this locomotive anyway. Oh no, flip around. There we go. We might keep this locomotive hoagie just because it is easy to re-rail, and I got a feeling number 3. I got a feeling that won't be the last time this happens, so the tender is kind of more of a pain in the butt to re-rail. We would just keep it. I'm thinking it's not that slow. Alright, that switch should be good. And these little crossover switches, that's kind of cool. It's kind of unique. I kind of like it. If we had double track or something like that, it'd be definitely worth putting those in every once in a while. You can switch tracks. Yeah, that's the Heisler. Number 2. Alright, looks like we're just going to go straight. And I believe we're going to go see the smelter. We're not going to go all the way up to like the coal mine and things like that. I really didn't see anything unique. Which is good. It looked like it's very similar to the Ramblin' Railroads routes, I believe. Once we get down to the smelter, I'll pull up the Minimap tool again. We'll take a look. Alright, looks like you probably had a route going through here at one time. And you switched it. Ours kind of goes this way and hooks down. A lot of work going on over there. So this line looks like it hooks off to the right and goes over that way. It might go up to the coal or to the iron ore mine. Maybe that hooks around. Yeah, I think that does. Interesting. So this one goes down to the smelter, maybe. About to find out. We're pretty high up for the smelter. Looks like we're gonna come down, probably over by the waterfall. Come in, maybe. We'll see. Nice bridge though. It's nice curved. Trestle, whatever you want to call it. Now we're getting 12 FPS right there looking at those cars. Wow. So, we're just been cruising here without any brakes. This must be like at a perfect, not perfect, you know, but about a 3% is what I'm guessing. Just looking at the angle of it there. It's not very steep, but it's steep enough to keep us going pretty good. A little different seeing this with trees in it. This little valley right here. Of course, we clear cut the valley on our world and put in a giant rail yard there. Are those steps? That's interesting. All right, we're almost to the ground floor. I have to pay attention again to the condition of the switches. Looks like these two coming up are angled to the right, so we should be going straight. This one's angled to the left, so we should be going straight. Yeah, it's all that rolling stock. All this rolling stock right here is really hurting the FPS. Right now I'm getting 20, 15, 25. It's bouncing between 15 and 25. Ouch. All right, you know what? I'm going to come to a stop right here. And I'm going to pull up the Minimap tool. We can get a look at this together here. So we're down here. I see he's got a little rail yard right here. Let's make sure our switches are right. See how we're going to get out of here. We'll come up this line. This one hooks around. That switch is good. Not 100% sure where this is going. Well, that's interesting. That's a big old circle with a big old rail yard right there. And more locomotives to explore. All right, so we're definitely going this way. We gotta check out this big old circle. That's kind of cool. So let's see. We're coming up this way. Flip that switch. That one's good. We'll go around in a clockwise fashion. There we go. We'll stop right here and we'll take a look at this rail yard. It looks very interesting. We got a locomotive sitting there. Zoom out a little bit. So it's not 100% the same the way I ran Ramblin' Railroads route up to the coal mine, but it's similar. It looks like he's got a passing lane here at the top. And then, yeah, he does the same, almost the same little route up there. So, not much unique right here. Looks like he put some trestles in here instead of following that tight curve that we have. That's fine. But this is that massive rail yard he's got there. That's kind of what I was planning on building. I do want to go check that out. We're not going to look at anything more south than that. But it will be our next step, I believe, on the Ramblin' Railroad. That's interesting that this is there, because, you know, again, great minds think alike, right? All right, so where are we at? We're down here at the smelter. We got all of our switches set. Let's go for a ride. Turn the brake off. Regulator 100%. It's like here's remnants of an old line. That's kind of interesting. There's our waterfall. Oh, that's interesting. He put groundwork to keep the trestle legs from going into the water. Nice. Nice touch. There's that other rail line there. That's what I'm saying about this game, for those of you who don't know or don't play. It's a lot of build and then rebuild. So you'll build the line, you'll run the line for a while, and then you'll want something better, more efficient. You know, just maybe it was too steep and he had to change it with the new physics update. Who knows? But this one actually, this old one, kind of follows the same route as our new one. So it's kind of interesting. So this is that other line, I believe, when it came down out of the saddle area. Kind of strange not seeing a bridge right there as well. You put groundwork down there on the legs. Nice touch. You know, I'm not a huge fan of really tall trestles that just skyline like that. You know, it's so far it's not bad. Right now, I believe we're coming into that perfect circle that I had up here with the big rail yard. I'm curious to see how he did this. Oh, there's a class 70 over there. I'm curious to see how he did this because the switches are straight, right? So how do you get a big circle off of a straight switch? We're about to find out. Maybe it's not as perfect as I thought. I don't know. Oh, I see how he did it. There's a very small section of very straight track right there between these two switches. The rest of it is at some degree of a curve. These steps are kind of cool. Kind of like that. That's a good idea. Now we're on that perfect... We're on that perfect circle. I don't want to slow down too much. Oh, nice touch. You got the steel trestle without the legs. That's kind of hard to do. Going over the water. That way the water can pass. Like logs and that sort of thing won't get hung up. That's a real life thing. That's excellent to see that. That's a nice touch. All right, and I believe we said we were going to stop right here and go check out this rail yard. Of course, we got to check out these locomotives. We got to see their names too. Let's apply the brake right here, and we'll hop out. All right, this class 70 right here. Benson. Nice. He also looks like he numbered all of his... He did like a thousands, like 2018. MCR. I was gonna look. What was the name of his? Mickely Railway. Mickely something railway. Huh. MCR. Oh, that's interesting. He did crossover pieces for some reason. Probably no, because they're not connected. I'd say probably to keep them parallel, but they're not connected to one another. So I don't know why. That's interesting. He did it on all of them. A lot of cabooses. I like cabooses, but I don't like the weight, the added weight with the new physics. I'm trying to get as much as I can as far as materials go, but maybe I'll start bringing them back now that we're not, well, I can't say I'm not going to be climbing steep grades, but well, we'll see when we get up to to our railroad. All right, so now we gotta go check out this locomotive. Jameson. Interesting. Bentley and Jameson. Huh. And yeah, cool. All right, so instead of driving around that little locomotive all over the place, let's just teleport. Let's see where to go. Kind of want to check out this spot. We'll just teleport there real fast. Yeah, it's just a little passing lane. A couple of them here. Following the exact same route. Let's go. Oop. Like he crossed there. Kind of want to check out this trestle right here. So we're going to go right here. Teleport. Yeah. Yeah, he's already higher. We're slam on the deck right here at the Ramblin' Railroad. And he hugs the train. You know, I don't hate this at all. This is great, actually. This was gonna be my plan B coming down this. So it looks like he might have had a rail line over there at one point, because there's no trees. So well done. I actually kind of like that. Nice. All right, let's see what else we want to check out real quick. There's probably nothing really spectacular there. So let's see here. We already saw all this. Let's go here. Check this out. Got any locomotives here? I'm not seeing any. We'll just teleport right there. Okay, so we're looking back at the main line, looking due north. Got a couple of little dead ends here for whatever reason. And then we come into this pretty good sized rail yard. This is kind of exactly what I was wanting to build. I mean, the 2 lines or 3 lines or whatever coming in, not so much. I just wanted to do one. But kind of very similar in size and shape and location. Nice long lanes. Just checking them all out here. He's got these little dead end ones for whatever reason. I'm not sure what that's for. Oh, it's probably because he put a switch in, and instead of deleting the switch and just, you know, free-handing that over, he just dead-ended the straight part. That's probably what that's for. And then he did the reverse switches. It's not hard to do, but it is a little more challenging than simply angling them back into your main line. We might be doing something similar. I don't know, we'll see, because my main line, I want to go right through the... Well, I'm not going to give away. I'm not going to give it away yet. He almost got me on that one. So as Heis said, I watched one of Heis's videos here recently, and a lot of you said hello to me when you saw that I was in the chat. So thanks for that. That was awesome. So he said, you caught me monologuing, you know. I had to laugh at that. That's great. It's kind of the same thing, right? You got me monologuing. Give away all my secrets. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to hit that thumbs up button. We are going to make this new series. It may not be very regular. If you'd like for me to review your map, you know, upload it to the link in the description. It's that miniswerg.online, I believe, is the link. And, you know, then tell me about it. Post a comment in the video, and I'll definitely go check it out. And there's a very good chance I'll do a video of it, just because I got a feeling that there's not very many of these. So yeah, if you like this content, remember to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so already, remember to hit that subscribe button as well, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great night.